Okay folks, just stopped back in here for a delicious meal. Gonna head to the Gorges Museum today. Grabbed a Red Bull vitamin functional drink, and actually then I did see a coffee, so I might go get that too, and we'll be extra awake for the rest of today. We're gonna need it considering it's 2 p.m. Every time that I think I've walked into the metro station and I go down the stairs, I'm expecting to see, you know, trains and stuff, and there's just shops. So anyway, it's actually the second time this has happened. So maybe this one here is the metro station. Third time lucky, hopefully. Okay folks, that's officially the third time I think I've walked into the metro station. If you look at the map, this is the metro station. So I don't really know what's happening. But here we are on the escalator again. I'll show you where I am on the map, and you can tell me if you think that this is the metro station. Just gone into that thing there, which looks like it should be the metro. Anyway, we're gonna go back in. Again, this is not the metro, this is just a tunnel of shops. So even when you're not stuck in the mountains or unsure which floor you're on, even just in the section that's only really the ground level, it's still hard to make your way around, so that's okay. You can always take a taxi if we need. Alright, this might be helpful. Guanyinqiao Station off-rail transit, somewhere over this way. Alright, we've found it folks. This one has to be it. So fourth time's a charm here in Chongqing, and we're about to get our first taste of the metro. I feel like John Wick at the end of number 2, where he's walking around in New York City and everyone's sort of staring at him. Getting a few odd looks because I'm the only person wearing shorts and I'm the only white guy as well, so anyway, that's life. Okay folks, just pitching a tent. Hopefully we don't let the museum close today before we get there, but we're about to have the Sichuan style beef baguette sandwich and the caramel ice shaken espresso, which I've had a few times and it's definitely a winner folks. So they give you these plastic gloves to eat your food. We've made it folks. So the train station here, they like check your water bottles. So when you go through the gate, you also have to pass your backpack through a scanner for your, like you would in an airport. So have a look at this walkway actually. It starts over there and then peels all the way around with exits like everywhere. And then you can just choose which one you want to come out on. And there you have it folks. Okay, here we have it folks, the Chongqing, China Gorges Museum. So we haven't made it with too much time to spare today. It shuts at 5 and we're here at 3:09. So I might need to head in quickly and make the most of it while they're still open. Got a little bit sidetracked on the hike, just tough town to navigate, that's for sure. So that's okay, we're here now. Let's go in and have some fun. So I didn't actually realise, but the view here is actually quite good. We have a big gate here, and then past that we have this palacey looking building. This might be the Great Hall. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. So I'm not actually sure if there's anything in English, but you know, that hasn't stopped me when I've been in Vietnam checking out the museums there. Basically hit up every single museum in Saigon with George and Spence. So this section here is all about how they've used cutting-edge technology to restore ancient artifacts, which is part of their 3-year plan here in the Chongqing area. So very fascinating, and they've got pieces on display, what they look like before and afterwards, and yeah, really interesting actually. So, very interesting experience so far. We've seen how the cutting-edge technology has restored the ancient artifacts here in the Yangtze River area. And there's a few more layers to go up. So, let's continue on. We've only got about an hour until they shut, so you're gonna have to make it snappy. This section is about the evolution of Chongqing. Okay, so we're about to check out the Chinese currencies of past dynasties. Let's go have a look. Oof. Okay folks, that just about wraps it up from the Chongqing Three Gorges Museum. Hope you enjoyed. This is how you know it's a huge city, because it's 3 a.m. and this is 4-lane traffic. Literally 3 a.m. Okay, so we're living the full slob life at the moment. Rolled out of bed at, again, midday today, and then walked downstairs for some lunch at the same place. Another delicious meal. The man, he actually speaks some English, and he said he knows me. I've met him 3 times, and he's like, "Mate, you want the same thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And and then he recommended a new one for tomorrow, so I'll definitely be back. Anyway, today we're going to go to Ciqikou. I don't know how to say it. I'll show you the writing on the screen, you can tell me. So we're going to go to the Guanyinqiao station, and then we'll head to Starbucks for a sea salt ice shake and espresso. And then, yeah, we're going to head to Ciqikou Ancient Town, and then we'll see what time it is. Didn't get too much sleep last night. Accidentally fell asleep at 7 p.m. and then woke up at 11 p.m. and then didn't get back to sleep till 7 a.m. this morning. So life goes on. Let's hit the road. So at least we know how to get to the train station this time, because yeah, we took so many attempts yesterday. But I'll show you just what it looks like. So what I've realized is that they're basically just underground tunnels for pedestrians, and also there's marketplaces in there as well. But the openings look like what you'd find for a metro station, and here's what I can see. You know, here's the traffic and everything, and then okay, here we are, Ciqikou. So it's time to find that ancient town. Okay, folks, we've made it here to Ciqikou, and just walked into the tourist centre and picked up a map. It's only in Chinese, but that's okay. Has a few pictures on it. Quite a nice area, actually. Not too busy. Saw some little child throwing up all over the floor in the train station. It was nice to not be me for once. But I think we're just going to have a stroll around. So one thing that I think is kind of funny is in the tourist building that I just walked into, there's a section for the complaints room. How many complaints do you think they've had to make that they need a specific room for it? Okay, folks, might be time to have a bit of a dairy intake, and I've just found a place called Yogurt Lab, which is this cow building just behind me. So let's go in and check it out. So this song just keeps playing on repeat. Couldn't actually get an English menu, unfortunately, but we've just picked a strawberry something off the sign, so excited for this one. Delicious. So quite a busy area. Been getting a lot of free samples in that section. All very tasty. Little tasty snacks and treats. Some of these free samples are amazing. Okay, look at this cool view here in the ancient town. So, very cool view. I'm actually busting to use the toilet, so we're actually struggling to find one as well. thought we had some signs, but I can't find them now. Anyway, it's not an emergency just yet, but we're getting close. So here in the Ciqikou Ancient Town, I can see a Dairy Queen, I can see Timmy Hortons around the corner, and this is not what I thought I'd find here in this ancient town, but it's very nice section. I'd like to read into the backstory of the history here actually, now that I've been. Oh yeah, I did find that toilet by the way, and it sounded like some bloke was about to like die in there or something. It was real strange. So up here we've got a range of coffee shops, ice cream stores, other snacks and restaurants, lots of cafes, lots to do, lots to eat, lots to see, and a lot of people having fun. There's just so many little walkways and things that lead to all these other cool areas to explore. Really cool. Just bumped into an old friend, Timmy Hortons. Haven't seen him in years. Had to pop in and say g'day to Timmy. Just the cold brew and a waffle. So a bit of a gloomy day today here in Chongqing. It's a bit wet and miserable. So we just watched Mike Tyson and Jake Paul on the iPhone of the restaurant shopkeeper downstairs. He served up a new meal today with his recommendation, more like a beefy noodle sort of thing. Actually, that probably describes the other one, but it was different. Anyway, it was very good as well. So anyway, just the man was going for Mike Tyson. He wanted to know the backstory about both of them. He knew Mike. I was trying to tell him that John Jones is tomorrow, but he didn't really want to hear it. Anyway, we're just going to take it pretty cruisy again today, just because it's shitey weather. So maybe hit that Starbucks behind us for another salted caramel ice shake and espresso. And then we might go to Chaotianmen. Alright, let's go. Okay, we're at Changjiang Binjiang. Okay, folks, got a little bit of rain going on. We're here at Chaotianmen, and look at this wacky building behind me. Okay, so we might head towards the square and then walk along the Yangtze. There's also a marketplace around here, and I'm not sure what else, but yeah, not the best weather conditions, but you know, it's still a cool experience. So the show must go on. Let's go.
锚定制造业高质量发展的目标，多措并举，着力提升江北集团影响力，为实现推进和产业创新贯通使用优质实力。
Okay, folks, I've just had to make a play for more yogurt. Well, the name of the shop's called More Yogurt. So, this is an Oreo yogurt or something. So, as you can see, we've got the More Yogurt. Magnificent. 21 yuan was the damage. Worth every cent. Okay, friends, just picked up another sea salt caramel ice shake and espresso from the Bucks, and it's 3 p.m. now today. So we're here at the Liberation Monument, and just across behind me as well is the Zhangbiafei pedestrian street, and this is going to lead to the big square, I believe. So let's go find it. Okay, folks, we're just trying to catch that most iconic area, but it's a little bit hard to find out where it is actually. So anyway, just slightly lost at the moment. I know we're in the right sort of area, but we can't even tell which direction it's meant to be, and there's people everywhere. You can't really just like follow the crowd, even though it's probably like a big touristy area. But anyway, just going to continue having a stroll. We'll see if we can uncover it, but I'm actually losing a bit of faith at the moment, unfortunately. So tried using ChatGPT, and even that couldn't really uncover it. So it's okay, we'll continue looking, but losing hope. Just found a James Blake coffee, about the same size as me. So we're just heading up to the skies at the moment on an escalator, just trying to see if we can get a bird's eye view to look down from the top. So might be our best chance yet. I think that part of what makes it confusing is that ChatGPT will give you directions that say, yeah, look around at the Liberation Monument, which is here, in the direction of all the high-rise buildings. There's literally high-rise buildings in every direction. So it's not very helpful, unfortunately, but that's okay. It is what it is. we'll have to try and explore something else. This isn't actually the part that I thought we were going to be in, but if you can just look behind me, like, yeah, normal road and everything like that. And then so we're now back at the Hongyadong caves area, which is not a bad thing, but it also said on ChatGPT maybe this is a good place, but it's still not really what I'm after, so might be a mission failure on this one, unfortunately. Return home to base, but we tried. We'll get it on the next time that we ever come here, if that ever takes place. I actually think that there's probably a lot more to explore, even though I've had, well, 8 days here, but yeah, like the city's so large that I feel like there's just more things and more day trips that are possible. So this was just a test run, you could say, but plenty more scope for coming back, I'd say. So anyway, we can do more research and then we'll find it then, I'd say. I don't really know what this is, but it looks interesting. Yep, okay, we're getting to fading light now, and I just keep walking around the boundaries of walkways in areas like this and just peeking over the railing, but unfortunately it hasn't been that much of a drop off no matter where I've been. So yeah, we're definitely not in the right spot, but I think we're gonna have to pack it up and go home now, unfortunately. We did try. Perhaps it was about the journey rather than the destination, and the journey was walking around here in the rain. And so with that, it might be time to go check out that subway into the apartment building. And I do know how to get there from where we are, so we're just going to have to take a short train ride there. I guess we'll be going through that building, and then we'll walk out and see what it looks like from the street. All right, let's go. I just can't help but feel like on top of one of these buildings would be like a big walkway square sort of section, but yeah, I just don't know which one. So we're coming back up to the pedestrian street now. Okay, here's a miniature version of the Liziba Station, the train going through the residential apartment block. And now we're about to go check it out for ourselves. It's just across the road. Well, it's actually above my head, so let's go. It's raining, by the way. Okay, so we're just standing in the rain at the moment, trying to get the best view of the train going through the apartment block. Might be time to head home now with the rain coming down. Not that much else to do, I think, for tonight, so we'll regroup and get ready for a big day tomorrow. So one thing that's super awesome is you can just take like one small turn off a side road and you'll just end up in like the most incredible mall you've ever seen in your life. And this is just like some random street. But check this, you see like outside from here, out there on the street, and then this mall is just so cool. Everything's like spotless. So here's the Luckin Coffee. Okay, we've changed up the coffee order because I read online that Luckin Coffee has very good coffee apparently. Anyway, I tried to go there. I felt like a genuine boomer because actually couldn't pay. I didn't really know how to even order there, but there you actually do need Alipay and WeChat. So, and I don't have those, so I couldn't really order, but the people next to me, they helped me out and we secured the coffee. So we've got, actually I don't know what it is. I wanted to get this coconut one, but it was hard to even see the menu in there. Anyway, it's very futuristic. I felt like a 1,000-year-old dinosaur, but it's okay. We'll give it a whirl. Okay, let's give it a test. Oh, this is the coconut one. Yeah, this is what I wanted, and it's very good.